Ted with Golden Skate, and I'm joined today by the new silver medalist of the Canadian Tire National Skating Championships. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Kaitlyn Weaver and Andrew Poje. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Hi, guys.
Now, you guys must get the award for the most preseason buzz with the coaching change that gets lots of skating fans excited as the Olympics are around the corner.
Yes.
You guys are making big shifts and big changes to make sure that you're amongst the top mix.
That's right.
Exactly.
Can you sort of talk to us about what that process looked like for you? Do you pick up the phone to Russia, or what does that all look like?
Sure. It was challenging, to say the least, because any big change is a big step. You know, you have to have a certain amount of bravery, I think, especially we were so comfortable in Detroit for 7 years. But we and our team of Angelique and Pasquale decided that we needed something new. We needed something to put a little freshness in our step, and we decided that Nikolai would be the best to look for that. So we had a little tryout with him. It went swimmingly, and then we've been progressing more and more with him. And Pasquale is still very much involved with us, not so much on the ice right now. We both have very conflicting schedules, but he's still on our team in a major way. And but Nikolai is captain of the ship, and we're very happy with him pushing us in this new direction.
Okay. Now, Nikolai had been a bit out of the coaching and choreography circuit for a couple of seasons.
Yes.
So, did you entice him to come back into the sport? Was he waiting for the ideal athletes to work with? How did that sort of match?
Yeah, when we initially reached out to him, he mentions like I haven't done anything with skating for a couple of years because he admitted that he was just exhausted from it. It took a lot out of him from the past couple Olympics, and he just needed a break from it. And he's like, now I feel like I've rested enough, and I'm willing to see if it's worth it. So when we went to do the tryout, we kind of tested each other out and just made sure that we both felt like it was the right situation, and we both felt very comfortable and very motivated right off the bat, and so that's what I think intrigued him to come back to skating, but also helped us get that new freshness.
Mm-hmm. Was it like an immediate spark when you got on the ice with him, or is it sort of take a while to get comfortable? I mean, I suppose unlike a single skater who might be in their teens, and it might be a different set of challenges when they switch to a new coach.
Yeah.
You guys are established. You've been on the top of the world scene.
Yes.
You have high expectations of a coach.
Right.
You certainly know yourselves and your style and your strengths and what you want to develop. What did that look like?
Well, we were nervous a little bit at the beginning, of course. It's Nikolai Morozov. We didn't know what to expect. But I would say after the end of the second day, everything just started falling in line, and we knew there were too many signs that were pointing to his direction. And so we thought, you know what, this is exactly what we need right now. But as you said, we know each other. We know what we thought was our style, but we needed just something new. And that's what we knew we needed. We felt confident in that fact. And I think Nikolai loves a good challenge. I think that he likes to figure things out. He likes to find a way, figure out the puzzle. And we provided him with a great puzzle and said, can you help us achieve the best that we can do? And it's been an incredible couple months with him.
Lots of pieces of that quote-unquote puzzle fit together really nicely last year at the beginning of the season. And then a bit of a surprise at the World Championships, hitting a personal best score, but not cracking higher up on the podium as presumably you wanted. But then finishing off the season at the Team Cup Challenge, and you sort of got the last laugh, and you hit another
Team Challenge. Thank goodness for Team Challenge. That was amazing.
To end the season on a high note.
Yeah.
How much of that do you take with you from last season and leave behind as you try to start the new?
Well, we've learned a lot about ourselves and just the way we progressed through those past two seasons. It's been a challenge for us, and we had our own little inner thoughts that were really working with us, and that was one thing that we really enjoyed about Nikolai's approach this season is he really has taken a different angle, and we've had a different type of season with a number of competitions right now, and that just kind of was not according to plan, but like it was very much welcome when it comes to that, and we feel fresh going into the second half of the season and feel prepared for the World Championships coming up.
So we were really keen to see what those changes were at Cup of Russia and China and the Grand Prix series. And there are a few highlights in your programs that I think are fantastic and stand out to me. There's a lift that you do in the short dance to the Michael Jackson music. Well, let's back that up a second. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Choosing slightly more recognizable music. I think you're a bit known as a team to pull, music off the shelf that one wouldn't recognize as easily.
Right.
And this year's selections are maybe a bit more accessible for audiences or a bit more familiar. Was that a tough persuasion or arm twisting to choose that music?
Not necessarily. I think that kind of happened just out of by happenstance. I think that we didn't start with a recognizable short dance. We started with some different swing pieces, turned into Michael Jackson, which we love. And even those pieces are a little bit less known. Our version of The Way You Make Me Feel and Jam and Dangerous are not, the Billie Jean of Michael Jackson. So that was interesting. And Arnhaz just spoke to us. I mean, that music is just transcended us, and we really, really feel passionately about this piece. So I think it kind of ended up that they're both recognizable, but not on purpose.
Okay. In the short dance, Andrew does a lift where you're behind him.
Yes.
And I don't know what to call it except like
A roll up.
A roll up. I was
Roll
going to say a big
up. Roll
log
up.
roll.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like you're you're in a position where you can't assist him much. That must be. It's not heavy, but there's not a lot of momentum helping with that.
Yeah.
Where did that lift come from? It's so unique and distinct.
Yeah, we worked on that for a bunch of years, and one of our lift coaches that we were working with, we came with him with this idea, and he's like, guys, I don't think this is going to be possible. Like, with the way that your bodies are, I don't know if it's
Do you
possible.
know how tall you are? He told me, oh yes, but come on, we can try it. And it's taken years.
Okay, and then it's taken years to get that timing down, and it's just momentum and things like that, and it's just it worked out, and we really wanted to put it into some sort of performance.
It was hard for us to learn, but people always clap for it, so it was important for us to put that into the short dance as our one lift. You only get one shot, so you might as well do something that's impactful.
Sure. And in the free dance, there's a transition in the Paris or the dance spin.
Right.
It's fantastic, where you lift Kaitlyn, and then you get into position, and then you immediately come down and continue in that position. That is so innovative. Where did that come from?
That was just me
Improvisation.
just fooling around. Some days we will be doing an element or just try to make up things, and I'll just have some fun and improv. And Nikolai, when we were making up our programs, will be like, okay, go do this, and then just do something. And we're like, okay, we'll just do something. So then we just do something, and then he's like, okay, I like that. That was bad. That was good. Maybe, and then we just keep on going and going and
There's something to
going.
be said about how your bodies move naturally. So because we've had this long history together, we're able to read each other well, and sometimes those happy accidents end up being choreography. So we had to quick rewind, remember how we did it, and that ended up being our exit of our spin.
Excellent. So the season gets particularly high stakes now, entering in the Four Continents Championships and the World Championships, and the Four Continents Championships will be no breeze. I mean, the American team is incredibly strong.
Yes.
The Canadian team is strong.
Yes.
What are your goals now heading into those final two events?
It's just really capturing that feeling that we had here at Nationals, and really trying to push forward and show the work that we've done over this whole season, and all those changes that we have made. We want to make sure that we try to just build up on that, so that we're going to be the strongest we can possibly be.
Yes, we feel like we're ready to take on the world now. Beginning of the season, there were still so many things that were moving parts in our programs and with our situation. It was just very new. But now we've had the time, and we feel prepared. We feel excited coming out of this national championships, and we're ready to fight, and we're ready to show what we've got.
Well, thanks so much for talking to us today, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck in your continued transformation and in the final two events of the season.
Thank
Thank you
so
very much. Thanks, guys.